Hey everyone, happy Friday to you, and welcome back for another week. I know we took last week off and sent the newsletter along with an article talking about market volatility, but I wanted to bring a more lively topic today, really talking about your emergency fund. So when you think about your emergency fund, yes, it's always the same boring story. I'm sure you've probably heard it from others, myself included. It's the general concept of keeping 3 to 6 months of what you need to live off of in cash. So the important part about that, before I dive into this any deeper, is that you do have to know generally how much you're spending each month to come up with that 3 to 6 month figure. But like I was saying, it's generally there to be boring. But let's flip it around. Let's talk about if it's not a boring subject. You may have to do an audit of yourself. Sit there and think about, okay, I've got this cash sitting here. And again, we all know it's for the worst case scenarios. It's for getting laid off or a very large expense that comes out of nowhere. But on the other hand, let's say that you need $5,000 a month. That's your basic living expenses. And you've been sitting there and you've got $15,000 in your account, but in reality, maybe you have $50,000, $60,000 just sitting in cash. By the way, great position to be in. But what I wanted you to think about is using your emergency fund, not just for emergencies, but maybe a springboard to take advantage of opportunities. And opportunities can look a number of different ways. It can be as simple as, what are we going through right now? The market has been falling. Maybe you see a stock that you've been following for a while, something that's really caught your attention, and all of a sudden it's at a 20 or 25% discount. It's not to say it's going to go any lower. It certainly could, but you're getting a great deal on it. Or the dream vacation pops up at 50% off and you're able to take advantage of that. There's a number of avenues that it becomes opportunistic to have liquid cash available. I've got a good friend and a client of mine who's in the real estate business. And back in 2020, when COVID was going on, he was seeing wonderful opportunities. He was buying a number of properties, and the only thing that came up to me in a recent conversation, he just wished he had bought more. So think about that. Maybe do an audit on yourself. Think, I've had all this cash, have I really needed to use it? And I'm not advocating for running yourself completely dry. I do still really think at the core of it, you need to keep money back for emergencies. But if you've long been holding too much, there could be wonderful ways to deploy it. Take advantage of volatility in markets. Take advantage of deals that come up. And see if this can't spring you into a better position in life, on the business side, or personally. So I just want to give my 2 cents on some excess cash we've been seeing lately. Hope y'all have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week. Take care.